some sad news you may not want to hear, and it is that if you often feel like people do not respect you, or you feel like people do not rate you, or it seems like when you're in a group of people, or when you talk, people do not listen to you, or people do not generally you often feel disrespected, you may be the problem. However, you may also not be the problem, so watch to the end of this video to know where you stand on this. Why should you listen to me? Well, I'm the first child, first grandchild, first cousin, first whatever. In my place of work, I often have to take leadership positions, often have to be the one to get the team to do stuff. Basically, I've spent all of my life having to learn boundaries, having to build myself, having to create like healthy boundaries between myself and other people, and how to build respect for myself without being, obnoxious. So if you find yourself struggling in this regard, I'm going to give you 7 reasons why people do not respect you or do not take your boundaries seriously, and how you can build that. So the first thing, you know that it's serious when you have a paper and a pen. The first thing is that you do not respect yourself. You might not know this, but if you treat yourself like a wheelbarrow, why should anybody treat you like a Benz? You do not respect yourself. You probably do not have a healthy confidence, self-esteem. You're probably not confident. You probably don't even like yourself that much, all of that. And all of these things are things that can sort of seep through. People can see it. You don't have to say it. When you have all of these things, when you have a low self-esteem or you don't respect yourself, all of those things, in the way you interact with people, people can sort of get it. And once they sense that you have a low self-esteem, they are going to treat you based on how much esteem you have. You get. If you think that that is your particular problem, then you should follow me, because I'm going to be dropping videos on how to help you build your self-confidence, how to help you be a better person, build boundaries, get to love yourself. That's the first one. The second reason why people may not be taking you seriously is that they lack respect. So sometimes it's not you. Sometimes you may have a good self-esteem, you may respect yourself, you may do all of it, you may treat yourself like Benz, but some people are just badly behaved. In this case, there isn't much you can do about it. Generally, they lack self-respect. It has nothing to do with you. It has nothing to do with how you carry yourself. They just have bad home training. They just have bad interpersonal skills. People are just really badly behaved. If that is the situation, you should be able to identify that, based on different things. You should be able to say that, this person lacks home training. And in cases like that, they're not just disrespectful to you, they're disrespectful to every other person. They often feel like they're better than other people, or nobody deserves their respect. That's the second reason. People like that, you want to avoid them as much as possible. The third reason is that you haven't verbalized your boundaries. Sometimes you might think people know the things that you want, or things that they should do and things they shouldn't do, especially when you come across people that are generally badly behaved. Sometimes you actually have to tell people that this is what I want, this is what I do not want, this is what I will take within my space, this is what I will not take within my space. Do not assume that people know how to treat you if you have not communicated how you want them to treat you, or you have not communicated things that you will take and things that you will not take. Number 4 is that you don't insist on these boundaries. Okay, just because you've said it once or twice, or because you've said don't do this or I do not like this, doesn't necessarily mean that they believe you, or doesn't necessarily mean that they will take you seriously, especially for people that lack boundaries generally, right, and don't respect other people. So often you have to emphasize on it. You have to keep saying it and communicating it till it gets across to them. You say, this thing, I do not like it. This thing, do not do it with me. Like, you have to keep saying it until they say it, like until they accept it, until they agree with you. Sometimes they may not agree with you, and that brings us to the next point. Number 5, which is the next point, is that people probably disrespect you even after you've communicated your feelings or you've communicated your boundaries. People might disrespect you because you downplay the effect of them disrespecting your boundaries. You're like, it's not a big deal. They say I have a big head. Is my head not big? They said I'm this, am I not that? And you are not able to really accept what they did made you feel. So you have to accept that this is the boundary that has been crossed, and this is how it makes me feel. This is to what degree it has affected me. Do not downplay it. Do not gloss over it, because if you gloss over it, they are going to keep doing it. They are going to keep doing it. The 5th reason why, even after reason 1 to 4 I have communicated, people will still continue to disrespect you is that you are conflict avoidant. If you already downplay the effects of them disrespecting your boundaries, there's a very high tendency that you would avoid conflict. But I'm telling you to stop that right now. Do not be conflict avoidant. You're an adult. Nobody will beat you. Like, be ready to face the conflict. The best relationships often come after conflict has been resolved. Do not be conflict avoidant. If you're conflict avoidant, people can sense that and they will keep disrespecting you. They'll keep crossing your boundaries. So don't be scared of conflict, regardless of who it is. Don't be scared to bring it up. That this thing that you did, don't try it with me again. This thing that you did, I do not appreciate it. This thing that you did, I feel like you disrespected me this way. I would not do it to you, and I'll appreciate if you do not do it to me. Do not be scared of conflict. What's the worst that will happen? They'll stop talking to you. And so what? There are over 7 billion people on the surface of the earth. Okay? And then finally, the reason why people will keep disrespecting you even after all of these things I've mentioned earlier is because you don't effect consequences. If you have carried yourself gracefully, if you have communicated with people that have bad behavior, that this is the level of disrespect you will not take, if you have insisted on all of these things, you have addressed it, you have tried all these things I have said, and things are still not changing, you have to effect consequences. And in many cases, the best consequence to effect is to remove yourself from that situation. You have to be ready to remove yourself from the situation, because you cannot control how other people react, but you can control how you react to other people's situation. And if it seems like that environment is not favorable to you or your boundaries or your mental health, you have to be ready to effect the consequence of giving them your absence. Just leave. You can do it slowly, you can do it suddenly, you can do it however, but like, let them know that this thing that you've done, that I've communicated with you and seems to not be changing because you just do not rate me, means that you don't rate me enough to want my presence, and you will bless them with your absence. So yeah, those are the 7 reasons why people keep disrespecting you, and I'm sure that somewhere along the line I also showed you how to navigate that. I said it was going to be a short video, so that comes to the end of the video, but I have something for you just before you go. Just picture this, right? You're resting on a weekend, maybe you're in your house after doing some deep cleaning, you're just relaxing. You know, those type of weekends where you're enjoying yourself and you are enjoying your own company. I don't know if you do that, but I do that often. And somebody just calls you to say, oh, I'm at your gate, come and open up the door to me. Now, this person is not your close friend. This person is not a family member. This person is just an acquaintance. You met this person at a party, maybe recently. Another friend brought them over to your house for a small house party, and you became acquaintances. 2 weeks ago, before the event I'm talking about, 2 weeks ago, they came to your place unannounced again, and you jokingly told them that I don't receive visitors unannounced, so please call me or let me know you're coming so that I can plan and to know if you're coming. And they laughed about it. They said, you're just in a lifestyle, but you communicated it to them before 2 weeks ago, and now this afternoon they just call you to say, oh, I'm in your area and I decided to branch your gate to say hello. Take in mind that this person is not like a close friend, it's just like an acquaintance or a new friend. How would you react to such situation? Let me know in the comment section below. Follow me, like me, share this with your friends. If you think you have a friend that's struggling with boundaries and all of those things, share it with them, and see you in my next video.